Adam's 3 years younger than twice Bob's age. So again, when we set up our table here, Adam and Bob. So we're talking about Adam, but in reference, we're using Bob as a reference, right? In terms of Bob. So that tells me that Bob, well, if you ask yourself, what about Bob? It talks about Adam's age in terms of Bob, but ask, what is Bob's age? Well, you don't talk about Bob's age, so obviously Bob's age is just going to be B. Now, Adam is going to be described using Bob's age. So it says Adam is 3 years younger than twice Bob's age. So that's what that translated literally is. But younger than makes me switch this, right? 3 years younger. So whatever Bob, so 2 times, so multiply Bob by 2 and then subtract 3 and you get Adam's age. So obviously that's not going to work. It has to be this. So that's their ages right now. Erase this. And then in 5 years, well, let's first of all figure out what they're going to be 5 years from now. 5 years from now, Bob's going to be whatever his age right now, plus 5. And Adam is going to be 2b minus 3 plus 5. Even if you do that, that's going to get you 2b plus 2. Now we can find, so in 5 years they have a special relationship. In 5 years, a special relationship says that Adam is going to be, will be, equals 8 years more than whatever Bob is. Okay, so that's what Adam is going to be, 8 years more than Bob's age in 5 years. So I'm going to change that to 8. So let's replace, in 5 years, Adam's age is going to be, it's described as 2b plus 2 equals 8, and then plus b, and Bob's age in 5 years, not b, but instead it's going to be b plus 5. Okay. Now that becomes just an equation here. So 2b plus 2. And combine like terms on the other side, we get b plus 13. Let me take that over here because I have more room. So 2b plus 2 equals b plus 13. We have an equation now. We can subtract b from both sides, right? Because we have variables on both sides. So let's get rid of that b. So b on both sides of the equal sign. Those 2b goes away, and I get 13. Over here we got 2b minus b is just b plus 2. It's a one-step equation now. We subtract 2 from both sides, and we get b equals 11. So Bob is 11, and then which makes Adam 2 times b, 2 times 11, which is 22, and 22 minus 3 is 19. So currently, Adam is 11, and Bob is, so Adam is 19, Bob is 11. So in 5 years, let's see if that, in 5 years, Adam would be 19 plus 5, which would be 24, and Bob would be 16, right? So it says that in 5 years, Adam's age will be 8 more than Adam's age. Sorry, 8 more than Bob's age. And that makes sense. Look, in 5 years, Adam is 24, and Bob's 16, so Adam is indeed 8 years. Okay. 2, Amy is 12 years more. So Amy again is being referred to in terms of Penny. So we don't know what Penny is. So Penny is going to be our P here. And Amy is 12 years older, 12 years more. So 12 years more literally is 12 plus what? Half of Penny's age. So whatever Penny is divided by 2. So that's how old Amy is right now. 12 plus half of Penny. So that's their now age. In 7 years, okay, in 7 years they have a special relationship. So first of all, let's adjust their ages to plus 7. So in 7 years, Penny obviously is going to be Penny plus 7. And Amy is going to be 12 plus 7 plus P over 2. And 12 plus 7 we can combine, and we can just write as 19 plus P over 2. So that's their ages 7 years from now. So what's the relationship that they're going to have 7 years from now? 7 years, Amy's age will be 22. And notice that I don't know if you noticed or not, but when I translate sentences, I literally translate as I go along. So Amy, A, will be equal 22 years less than 2 times Penny's age. So that's my equation, but because it's less than, I'm going to make a slight adjustment, and I'm going to write 2p minus 22. So those two have to switch places, right? So that's my equation. Once you have the equation, everything else is pretty routine. So A for Amy, we're going to replace with, right, her, oops, that didn't shade too well. So let's use that. We're going to replace that with this, and the P we're going to replace with that. So Amy is 19 plus P over 2, and then 2 times P plus 7 minus 22. This one's actually a little bit more work here. Ooh. So if you like, you can get rid of that 2 later on. Okay. So let's do this 3D property. See if I. So 19 plus P over 2. I'm going to run out of room, and this is 2P plus 14 minus 22. Can I combine anything? So I get 19 plus P over 2 on the left side. On the right side, 2P stays, but I can combine 14 minus 22 and just write negative 8. If you want to multiply everything times 2, you can, and that would get rid of that 2 at the bottom, and I'm going to do that. Multiply that by 2, and multiply this whole side times 2. I'm going to continue here, so I'm going to put an arrow, or I'm going to continue over here. I'm going to find a little room. Right, so I'm going to continue all the way up here. Continue. 2 times 19 is 38. So I can write it over here. 38. And then that 2 times P over 2, the 2's are going to cross out, and I'm going to be left with P. On the right side, 2 times 2P is 4P. And then 2 times negative 8 is negative 16. I have P on both sides, so I get rid of one of them. Let me get rid of minus P. I'm going to do minus P on the other side, right? So equation. Those 2P goes away. I'm left with 38. 4P minus P is 3P minus 16. It's a two-step equation now. If you make your story, you can. And my story tells me that I'm going to have to do plus 16 on both sides. Those 16s goes away. I'm left with 3P on the right side. And then 38 my floor 6 is 54. If I divide both sides by 3, I isolate my variable. My P is all by itself. And 54 divided by 3 is 18. So Penny apparently is 18 years old. So I'm going to write 18 here. And then on top, it's 12 plus 18 divided by 2, right? We replace P with 18. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. And 9 plus 12, that makes Amy 21 years of age today. And if you want to check to make sure everything is okay, in 7 years, obviously Amy is going to be 21 plus 7. She's going to be 28 years old. And Penny is going to be 25 years old. So let's see if that relationship works. Amy's age will be 22 less than 2 times Penny's age. So 2 times Penny, so Penny's 25. So you multiply, if you think about, if you take it over here, 2 times 25 is 50. 50 minus 22 is 28. And we get Amy's age. So a lot more work. It's definitely a little bit more than the other age problems that we did, but you needed those in order to complete these, right? Now we have Leonard, and I'll write L. We have Sheldon. Let's talk about now. So right now, Leonard is 68 years less than. So again, let me write down this as 68 years less than is subtraction. Quadruple Sheldon's age, and now write S like that. But because it's less than, we're going to write this as 4S minus 68, right? So Leonard is 4S minus 68. And how old is Sheldon? Well, we don't know. So Sheldon is just Sheldon. That's now. And then in 12 years, so plus 12 in the future. So if it's in the future, and again, I hate writing S's because my S looks like a 5. So it's 4S minus 68 plus 12. So we're going to get 4S. And minus 68 plus 12 is going to be 56. So minus 56, right? Because I had to combine negative 68 and 12, and I get 56. And at the bottom, it's going to be S plus 12. So that's their ages 12 years from now. All right, so what's the relationship? Leonard's age, so here's Leonard, will be equals 24 years less than 2 times Sheldon's age. And by now, you know that you have to make a little change here, right? Because less than. Right? Once that's set up, everything else, again, it just becomes a little bit routine. So Leonard, we're going to set up L. We're going to use 4s minus 56. We're going to use their ages, right? They're going to use these two ages in 12 years. And on the other side, we get 2 times whatever, what is it, Sheldon? So it would be s plus 12 minus 24. And again, I apologize. No, maybe I should do that with my s, so I don't get confused. For s, maybe if I write it like this, better. 4s minus 56 equals 2s plus 24 minus 24. I know these two can go away because that's just 0. So I'm left with 4s minus 56 is 2s. We're going to get rid of the smaller variable here. And we're going to do minus 2s here. Minus 2s. Right, so remember these two. Plus 24 minus 24 out of the way. That goes... Well, we can't leave it blank, right? Actually, one of the few times we have to write 0. 4s minus 2s is 2s. That's 2s minus 56. Sorry. Keep changing s back and forth. So that's an s, by the way. So now I have 2s minus 56 equals 0, or if I do plus 56 on both sides, I'm going to have 2s equals 56, then divide both sides by 2, and s equals 28. That's, what's this guy's name? Sheldon. Leonard, we're going to have to do 4 times 28 minus 68. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. So 4 times 28 equals 112 minus 68 gives him the age of 44. In 12 years, he's going to be 44 plus 12, which is 56. And 28 plus 12 will be 40. So let's see if that relationship is, which is 2 times Sheldon's age minus 24 should give you 56. So 2 times 40, right? So if you go 2 times 40, Sheldon's age is 80. 80 minus 24 is 56. Oh, we're good. All right, next. Oops, sorry, I'm eating. We have Lauren and Eric, okay? Lauren and Eric. So here's now. Again, where Lauren is described in terms of Eric. So Eric will be, let's not use E, please. I'm going to use X. All right, or Y. It's much better than E. 37 years, less than double Eric's age, which you use X. Again, we're going to switch that out. So Lauren is 2 times Eric's age minus 37. Oops. In 3 years plus in the future, right? So plus 3. 2x minus 37 plus 3 is just going to be 2x minus 34. And x plus 3 is just x plus 3. So that's their ages 3 years from now. And 3 years from now, what can we say? Lauren will be 11 years more than half of Eric's age. So wherever Eric is, where's Eric? Eric's age. Sorry. Let me write E for Eric. Actually, sorry. I'd rather write it like this. So Lauren is going to be 11 years more than half of Eric's age. So whatever Eric's age is, divided by 2. That's our equation. That's the relationship they're going to have 3 years from now. So now we can replace Lauren with 2x minus 34. We're going to replace Eric with x plus 3 over 2. What can we do here? We can clear the denominator, right? Can I do anything else? Well, let's see. Let me see if I can simplify things a little better before I clear the denominator. I can, let's multiply everything by 2. I'll just clear the denominator. So, you don't have to clear the denominator, okay? You know what? Let's see if I can do this. So, over here, I can't combine any like terms here. right? But so if I can combine, I can. I'm trying to, because I'm running out of room. All right, you know what? Let's just clear the denominators. So I'm gonna multiply everything by 2. This whole thing by 2. That's gonna give us 4x minus 68 equals 22, right? 2 times 11, 22, and these two will give me will cancel, give me x plus 3. So there, much better. Combine like terms, I can combine some terms on the right side, and I'm actually getting 22 plus 3, which is 25 plus x. We do unfortunately have a variable on both sides, so we need to get rid of one of them. So minus x. We get 4x minus x is 3x minus 68 equals 25. Because those two x's go away. This two-step equation, for those of you doing the story, I will actually do it here. I have a variable x which is being multiplied by 3, subtract 68, and that's going to give me 25. So going backwards, right, I'm going to do plus 68 to both sides, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So plus 68, plus 68. Those goes away. 3x comes down, and 25 plus 68 is, I don't know, 93. And then the second thing I'm going to do is divide that side by 3 and that side by 3, and x equals 31. So Eric is 31 years of age. Lauren is going to be 2 times 31, which is 62, minus, and I think that's 37, so 62 minus 37. 12 and 7 is 5. 5 and 3 is 2. So Lauren is 25 years old. In 3 years, Lauren is going to be 28, and Eric is going to be 34. So let's see if that relationship works. So it says that Lauren is equal to 11 plus Eric divided by 2. So what's Eric? Eric is 34. So 34 divided by 2 is 17. And 17 plus 11, oh, look at that. It actually gives you 28. So far, I haven't made